When the Pixel 8 series was announced, one of the main features that was talked about was Video Boost. Now, unfortunately, it wasn't released with the phone itself, but I am happy that it was actually released and not one of those promises that was just forgotten about. Video Boost came out a short while ago, but I want to get a feel for the process before I actually talked about it. And I also wanted to take a few sample videos to see how much it really helps the video. Now let's look at some of the videos I was able to take and determine if it was actually worth waiting for this feature. While looking at the sample videos, I want to go over some of the things that I did notice were improved, and I'm going to start with the lighting. The first thing I noticed with the lighting is that it looks closer to what my eyes are able to see in the shadowy areas. The standard Pixel 8 Pro video shows darker shadows, and while some may like that look, I feel the Video Boost results produce better lighting. And as with most of the improvements that I'll go over, all benefits are amplified in low light or night scenes. The next improvement I noticed is with noise. There looks to be reduced noise in the darker areas of the videos where they would normally stand out. It doesn't completely remove the noise, but it's noticeably better. Keeping on with the improvements, Video Boost also improves the stabilization substantially. It not only improves on the body's movement even more than the standard video mode does, it also removes the jumpy panning that the Pixels tend to have. I tried less than I normally do to keep the video steady just to see how much it improves the video, and I was very surprised with the results. Video Boost looks to completely remove the panning jumpiness and makes the video look as if it was shot on sport or action mode without any loss to quality. The biggest improvement I found was the distortion when the phone tries to keep the shot steady. Mainly noticed in lower light scenes and extremely noticeable in night videos. The distortion is not removed completely every time, but in many cases it is, otherwise it is greatly improved. Some of the things that are not improved are the exposure and white balance. I was hoping Video Boost would keep the exposure levels looking steady throughout the video, but it doesn't. And I wasn't expecting the white balance to be altered, but I want to check just in case. It makes sense that it wasn't in case the video was deliberately shot that way. The limitations to Video Boost are the limited recording times and also the time it takes to upload the massive file and then the time it takes to process the file and have it returned. That process is fairly lengthy and could be problematic when you want something instantly. For the most part, that 10-minute limit is going to be enough, but it could be a deal breaker in certain scenarios. One scenario that I could think of off the top of my head is recording, let's say, one of your kids or nieces or nephews' plays. Those are definitely going to run longer than 10 minutes, and you don't want to just stop and start recording over and over again. You just want to keep recording the whole thing. I guess one of the ways to look at the upload time is that that's the default photo application for Google anyway. So you're going to be using that one. And for the most part, I think most people are going to be backing up to Google Photos. So in that scenario, it's not too much of a big deal, except that you just don't have the final product for hours after you take it. One thing that I'm hoping is that Google will continue to add servers or resources to this service, and that it will greatly reduce the amount of time it takes to run this whole process. The second thing I'm hoping for is that future Pixel phones are able to handle this on the phone itself, on the device, and that will even remove the need to send it up to Google servers. But I feel like that's still going to be some time away, maybe even more than one generation. Hopefully not. Hopefully I'm wrong and we already get that process on device with the Pixel 9. Overall, you can't argue with the results of Video Boost. It provides pretty great results. With the standard video mode, I will place the Pixel 8 series in third place in, obviously, my eyes. I will place iPhone at the top, I will place Samsung in second, and then Google in third. But with Video Boost, I would easily place the Google Pixel's video quality in first place. It looks even better than iPhone by a pretty good margin. And all these imperfections that you see in the videos with footage taken on phones is mostly removed with Video Boost, so it does provide a more professional look. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Are you willing to wait for those great results, or is it not worth it in your book? Thanks for watching. Giving me a thumbs up and subscribing would be greatly appreciated. And as always, I'll see you in the next one.